Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin is stirring up a lot of speculation that he could be thinking about a presidential bid in 2024, essentially less than a year after he was elected to the governor's office in Virginia. He has a lot of people talking, and that's for a number of reasons. First of all, Youngkin is someone who seems to have been really able to thread the needle between moderate Republicans and independents, as well as conservative Republicans and pro-Trump Republicans. We know that during the campaign, he focused on a lot of issues that would appeal to the social conservative crowd, such as banning and combating critical race theory in the classroom, as well as addressing transgender issues. In terms of his other issues, like lowering gas prices or cutting the grocery tax in Virginia, that is something that really appeared to appeal to a lot of moderates or independent voters. So he's been able to masterfully do this by very much painting himself as a moderate. We saw that during the campaign that his opponent, Terry McAuliffe, and even Barack Obama painted him as an extremist in a sweater vest, if you will, saying that he was trying to be wholesome and moderate, but he was actually pro-Trump behind the scenes. So we saw that those attacks didn't really work. And now that we've seen that Youngkin has really overcome that, it seems like he could potentially have higher ambitions. We know that he's been meeting with a number of top GOP donors across the country, which is really raising eyebrows as to what he's getting at. He's campaigning with a lot of, big name Republican midterm candidates, Kari Lake, for example, and that has a lot of people wondering if he's trying to raise his national profile. Now, those close to Youngkin and Youngkin himself have said that he is focused on the midterms, he's focused on his administration in Virginia. However, it really begs the question as to why he's spending so much time outside of Virginia, why he's spending so much time with donors, and that would lead us to think that he's very much thinking about a potential 2024 run. Now, compared to the other candidates that are potentially running, whether that's Governor Ron DeSantis or former President Donald Trump, Glenn Youngkin definitely doesn't have as high of a name ID. And we know that the Republican field in general has a very crowded bench. But right now, because of this recent activity Youngkin's been involved in, we've been hearing his name a bit more. On top of that, we see that Youngkin is a governor, and that some of the names I just mentioned, they're also governors too. And it seems like there's been this shift looking towards 2024 for more governors. So you have Gavin Newsom, for example, the Democratic governor of California, who's also been floated as a potential Democratic 2024 contender in the case that President Biden decides not to run. And I think the part of the reason why you're seeing this shift towards governors is that you've seen for a while a number of senators, whether it's Barack Obama, Joe Biden, or non-politicians like Donald Trump stepping up, and they don't have that same executive experience that maybe former President George W. Bush had when he was governor of Texas. So it's interesting to see this shift back towards governors when looking at the potential 2024 landscape. But Youngkin, absolutely a name to watch. He's only been in politics for, roughly over a year now. However, he's becoming quickly a household name.